Communities play a unique and exciting role in the energy transition. We all share a collective goal to reach net zero by 2050, but the roadmap on how we get there is going to look very different for every community. The landscape across Ontario is very diverse. We have densely urban areas like Toronto to expansive rural farmland and everything in between. Each community is going to have their own strengths and opportunities, infrastructure, industry, and services that they have. In order to optimize their unique contribution to net zero, they're going to have to leverage their strengths. We have a few examples here at Enbridge. With the City of Toronto, we're working to combine renewable natural gas and organic waste diverted from landfills to power solid waste collection trucks. That project alone is going to divert 55,000 tons of organic waste and is also going to eliminate 9,000 tons of CO2 emissions each year. With the City of Hamilton, we're working on something similar. We have an RNG project to convert their transit fleet. In London, the City of London, we're partnering with London Hydro on hybrid heating systems where we look at the natural gas grid and the electricity grid, and we try to optimize the heating mix for homes, which not only reduces emissions but lowers costs for the households. In the City of Markham, we have the first of its kind hydrogen blending facility, which we are already using to fuel 3,600 homes in the area. The communities we work with each provide a different but integral role to getting to net zero. So what I would say to communities is it's important to leverage your strengths. Consider initiatives that are realistic in scope and piggyback off existing infrastructure to the extent possible, and partner with industry leaders such as Enbridge Gas. One of the biggest challenges for communities is to consider the integration of all practical energy sources in order to reach net zero targets while keeping reliability and cost in mind. The transportation sector is a good example because it's one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. And while electrification will play a significant role, it's not the only option. Renewable natural gas, compressed natural gas, and hydrogen can play a major role in reducing emissions, particularly in the heavy-duty freight vehicle sector. Enbridge Gas has partnered on 3 CNG stations along the 401 corridor, which is the most heavily traveled corridor in Ontario. These same 3 CNG refueling stations along Ontario's Highway 401 are roughed in for hydrogen. Leveraging these stations could enable Highway 401 to become a green energy corridor from Quebec City to Windsor, and it can be deployed in short order. To be successful in the long term, we need to consider all solutions based on the local context as opposed to being too narrowly focused. And collaboration between all community stakeholders is key in terms of identifying the solutions that can be implemented both in the short term and in the long term. I think Quest is an excellent resource for connecting communities with local energy leaders. Quest works at a grassroots level and to engage homeowners, local businesses, municipalities, and energy leaders, and it builds a collective movement. The more that communities can become active participants in climate initiatives, the easier it will be to facilitate change. Quest provides that forum for community leaders to share both successes and failures, and it's a way to leverage ideas to accelerate that change. Most view Enbridge Gas as simply a gas company, but really we're an energy company. We believe that there's an integrated pathway for communities to meet their emission targets, and we look forward to continuing to work with Quest to realize that future.